My baby, we've been together for like 6 years. Go ahead, babe. Tell them the story. How we met.
All right, so honestly, she was not the most attractive woman in the world. She wasn't. She really wasn't. Like, out of a 10, I'd probably give her a 5 on a good day. Um, but you know what? Fellas, bros, men, alphas, right? This is the best way to find any woman because now you know in your head, in your mind, and in your little head that when you have someone that you truly care about, like their outside is not really gonna matter. So they could be ugly, whatever that means. They could have certain things and issues going on in their personal life, but that really wouldn't matter, especially being a person of perseverance, determination, discipline. All of that, like putting that into another person, is like the most you could probably ever get out of life. I would say the same if you're like a parent or something like that. Let's say you have a daughter or
That's
a
true.
son.
Yeah.
Most of the time, what you would want to do is you'd want to instill your ideas in their brain, like whatever got you through life, whatever made you happy, whatever activities you like to do, certain things that stimulate your mind, because you see that as a good thing. And so this is the only life that we get, apparently. That's what they tell us. Based off of our limited capacity in the human mind, this is our only life. So we really have to be mindful of how we deal with certain people. And the way that I dealt with her was I tried to give her as much of my knowledge as possible. And she went from going from a 5 on a good day to an 8 on a bad day. That was it was mostly inner work that she had to do, and that basically came out from the inner and into the exterior. The entire message, like what you want to do. I like this son, by the way. What you want to do is you want to put yourself in a position where you're not needing women just for lust or just to have sex or whatever the case may be, because that is low vibrational. That's not you thinking with your right frame of mind. Because, what if she has AIDS or STDs? Like, what if she's really not the type of person that you would want to settle down with? Marathon of life with you, and they're just, like seeing certain things that you didn't see, making sure that certain things are not in your path, slashing demons on the left. You over there, you got like a double barrel shotgun, shooting things out of her way, shooting things out of his way, slashing them, whatever, just running through life, cascading on everybody else who attacks you, of course. And so everything is about the energy that you reciprocate, and the energy that I want to reciprocate is, it doesn't matter about the external, it matters about the internal, because everything is about energy. Even the ring. The ring is an energetic symbol of, like, what if I wasn't married? I think it's basically produced off of fear. The fear of, oh my God, what if we got a divorce? Or, oh my God, now I'm liable to all these different rules and regulations from the government. So as soon as you get that waiver signed, or that contract signed, you have all these rules and regulations that come with your relationship that's supposed to be about energy, partnership, and your unlimited potential. But now it's all about, who's gonna end up with what if anything happens. So it's not based off of, oh my God, it's a good thing. The only good part that comes out of it is you could say, yes, I paid XYZ amount for a ring, and for everything else, the wedding and the dress, whatever it is, the suits, all that, the party, and whatever else comes in between, like, that's a lot. And all of that could not only be free, but free with a certain amount of energy, because there is a yin and yang to free. Free meaning most likely it comes in abundance. Free meaning you can do whatever you want to with it. And I just don't like the title of, oh, this is the person that needs this title because they did certain things that made them this person.
And you've been doing your research. That's what I think.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's the thing. And most of us do not
Here we go.
do our
Here
research.
we go.
We just go with the status quo. I know you like to talk about this too, what most people do, how they see life. And I get so bored when people say the same things. It's like, okay, but can you present me like a new idea? Can you say something new? Because I could get that from whoever down the street. I mean, they don't even have to be smart. They could just say the same things that other people say.
They could, with
And
a passion.
So, yeah.
And heart.
They could say
clarity
it so
and all of that.
passionately, but never go through any of it. And that's really what I'm a preacher about. I don't like to preach, but I preach about certain things. I'm not no preacher, and I'm not no celebrity. But what I will say is this. Hold on, camera. Right. What I will say is this. Most of what we go about life is, most of the ways we go on about life is, we do certain things in traditions, and these traditions lead to the same exact result that resulted in the same way that other people had it. So to make it a little bit clearer, the whole wedding thing, like everybody goes to a certain stage of marriage, kids, house or mortgage, whatever, work, and then after that it's kind of like death is supposed to be the next best thing. But I mean, retirement is supposed to be the next best thing, and then death. So if you wanted to put like a whole chapter on exactly what happens in that timeline, there's varying different degrees of certain things that happen, but it's not about what happens in between. It's about the label that we put to it. So the whole partner situation, like anything could happen with a partner. But if you say this is my wife or this is my husband, what's happening with a wife or a husband? That is not different from, what's happening with a girlfriend or a boyfriend. If you want to put that title to it, what makes it so different? Is it the partnership? Is it the ring? Is it the rules that come with it? Like, what is so different? Because I like not to talk too much smack about, the ones that I grew up with.
Yikes.
Yikes. The DNA that
get ready
was shared onto me, which basically sits inside of me. I'm talking about my parents, folks.
Shit. He said it.
These guys, I love them, but the foundation was weak. And with me being a young man, I'm so not only passionate, but I'm addicted to being the person that I want to be for the future, because I don't know what the future is going to look like. And if I want to put myself in a position of power, I feel like this is the only thing that I could really do.
You could know the majority, though.
What
your future is going to look like.
I mean,
you don't know what's exactly how it's going to be, but you can put a blueprint on it.
That's true. And for that blueprint, I'm going to need a lot of good tools. And that tools comes in the form of research, knowledge, a great team of people, a great partner, as well as friendships and certain things that I'm into, like hobbies and whatnot, because that helps to keep you sane as well, level-headed. It gives you a sense of purpose in certain dark times, especially like during the coronavirus and quarantine thing. Like, if it wasn't for people still going outside, getting a workout, like visiting family members and giving them food, and going to shelters and food banks and helping people out, donating money, all these different things that people need to be doing all the time, but now they find it's very important. That's just how humans work.
Yeah, it took a virus for people to get their shit together.
It took a virus for people to start washing their hands. I see you guys.
Right? Using the bathroom,
before some of you guys get really
offensive
or offended, we're saying it in the sense that these people do not only this in a very disgusting manner, but a lot of other things too. And that's a sort of how duality is with this life. You have people who really want to get to the next level, who really want to reach their highest peak, their highest sense of gratification with life. And then there's others who are okay with being at the bottom of the totem pole, and they don't really realize that they're the ones that's slowly contributing to the death of the entire world. And
well, I feel like because nobody had taught them.
Yeah, and
nobody taught them.
That's the problem. Like, we put most of our energy out there, and we say things like, "Oh, you know, your potential is unlimited." If you go to somebody
remember that, y'all.
who has no idea about what potential even really means, or energy, or like
frequency,
what certain things would kind of bring that out, they wouldn't really know like what potential is. They would see like their regular day-to-day as something just normal, like something just they can't really control. And that is a main contributor to why a lot of people stay stuck, because you have all the power that you have for a reason. Like, you're a human being for a reason. You have other people to look to for a reason. And we have the internet and our phones, luckily enough, to where we can look at certain things and figures and read up on certain things and bring a new height to our mental stimulation. And we could basically say, like, all right, I might not have this person right in front of me, but I do have them in spirit because of this energy that they're bringing across from this device. And so as soon as you start doing that more and more, and like I said, this is my method, I get obsessed with it, then you just start to bring upon a whole new different energy. It's like a whole new different height. And for me, I think that was around like the age of 19 where I really got serious about my life, and I said, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm just tired of certain things going a certain way. I'm tired of worrying about the same things. Like, you ever wake up and realize you've been worried about the same thing for the last few years of your
Definitely.
life?
Like,
And
what?
so I didn't want the rest of my life to look like that. So I just took action. I got obsessive about it. And if I were to go crazy about the certain things that I was thinking about, then I would let it happen, because I wanted to change that so bad, and sometimes that's what it takes.
Good job. Good job.
I mean, I'm just letting the people know what I know. But, you know, words are never enough, honestly.
Sometimes I gotta see you do it, because there's people that learn through actions.
The action,
not through words,
the
man.
action is really what's most important. If you're not implementing any of these ideas, then you're just not doing enough of what you know. Like, if you know something, if you know 2 + 2 is 4, then that's something you have to implement.
And
like,
show
you have to
and
know,
all of that.
You have to know and see that this is a pattern that goes all throughout your life. And if you could find certain, I think we said a lot. I think I said a lot. You could finish off with whatever you guys say.
Well, basically agree with everything he says.
All right, and your thoughts are?
My thoughts are that, you know, my thoughts are that I really do feel like if you don't become that change, you don't become that domino effect, you don't get off the line, then everybody that's under you or above you or next to you is just gonna fall right into place.
Dominoes. Dominoes. Just all in a row.
And I feel like, you know, the world is really lazy. Don't you? Like, it took a virus and shit to make people realize they really don't think about, like, every time I'm on Instagram or hearing my brothers or whoever that's around me saying, oh, this quarantine something, oh, including myself too, you know, I can't say I don't do that, but you know, it makes you
more than others, for sure.
It makes you realize that you really don't have a lot to do or a lot to say, but you can put in the work to do something different.
Absolutely. So I already finished off with my thoughts. She finished off with hers. Let us know what you guys think.
Comment down below.
wherever you want to comment, even if it's in our DMs.
Or Instagram.
My DMs are open 24/7.
Keep fucking with me.
24/7.
Keep fucking with me.
You know, men. What's the other species? Nah.
Thank you for watching.